like for women in a breakup, in relationships in general, when women end a relationship, we are devastated for like the first 2 days. Like can't eat, can't sleep, can't drink, nothing. Eating ice cream on the couch in like a muumuu or sweats, right? But after that, like it's like I feel like I'm over it. I don't move. Not that I necessarily move on, but like I'm not sitting in that pain anymore. And I think that men, it's a little different. Like y'all don't necessarily deal with the pain right then and there.
I think for men, it is a delayed pain.
Right.
I think we kind of go through it as, you know, it's whatever. I'm gonna do my thing, and then when we realize that, you know, what we're missing or what we had that made us so comfortable, then we start to realize like, oh, you know. So it's like you throw a house party and then you're like, yeah, I'm gonna throw a house party, woo, 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 woo. And then the house party's over, and then now you're left with a bunch of plastic cups all over the place, and you're like, oh, I gotta clean up. So what would you say was a effect of what you experienced?
I would probably say when I am in relationships now, I always think that things are too good to be true. So like in my relationships now, I won't allow myself to actually be in the moment and sit in the moment, because I always feel like there's a doomsday coming. Do you know what I mean? Like there's something devastating is gonna happen, and most of the time it's a breakup, or it's a you know, end of something good. And so even till this day, like I have a hard time in like really allowing something good to happen in my relationships or in my engagement, and almost kind of like self-sabotage because I'm scared of it ending, or I'm scared of something good coming to an end. So I think that that's like probably the biggest thing that has affected me since that moment. What about yourself?
For me, it would just be more so just moving on my own time, not falling into the process of being engaged before I was ready, or even starting a relationship before I was ready. It was just more so just following my own time, not being swayed into anything. You know, just making sure that if it was something that it was going to happen, it was something that I wanted, and not something that somebody convinced me, or even made me want to do it before I was ready to.
Do you feel like at that time you didn't have a voice, or you feel like you had a voice, you just didn't really use it?
I felt like I didn't use it. I felt like I didn't speak up because, you know, I was younger. So at the time I didn't really have my own voice. I had a guy that I used to work with that at the time when I worked at CVS and I was 17, 18, he was 30, and he would just say whatever. And I used to think to myself, dang, I can't wait till I get to that age where I can just say whatever I want that's on my mind. Because at that age, I was still a kid to me in my mind. And I felt like I couldn't speak up on certain things.
Do you feel like our upbringing has kind of like fostered that? Because like I know in Haitian families, like children are to be seen and not to be heard. Correct. Like thankfully my mom never really like made me feel that way. I do, you know, I have seen it, I have experienced it in other family members or other people that have, you know, said like, no, be quiet, like you know, even when they say you're talking back, like okay, I may be talking back, but I still have a voice. Like, do you feel like in your upbringing or like in your experiences in life that you didn't have a voice, which made you feel like you couldn't use it in that time?
It's not that I didn't have a voice, because I would be able to speak. It's not like they told me to shut up,
right?
But they didn't take me seriously, or they didn't listen. So I guess when I was, you know, in certain situations when I was younger, I just didn't really speak on it. I just let things play out. But if I feel like if I had the voice that I have now, then things may have went differently. Maybe, you know, we wouldn't have moved as fast, or, you know, maybe it wouldn't have happened, who knows. But I think it definitely wouldn't have been as tragic. Based
on timing, a lot of things probably would have been different. Most likely would have been different. I don't know if I would have been engaged to you.
Like I always say, no matter what it is, outside influence always influence what's in the middle. Right. It's a seed that's always getting planted. So, for example, you may be going throughout your day and you see this cashier all the time and, it's nothing to you. But then, you go with your sister or you go with a friend of yours and she goes, "Ooh, that cashier is kind of cute." But you've seen this cashier hundreds of times. That seed now that she planted, you may not think of it now, but the next time you see that cashier, you're going to look like, what does she see in him?
Right.
And then you're going to start looking for features that she may have seen, and then that seed will begin to grow, and then now you have an attraction to a cashier that you've never had before.
That just said a lot. Ladies, that means stop telling your friends about your man. Stop telling your friends about your man and how amazing he is. Because once you tell him, I bet you, I done told y'all about how amazing Leo is, and y'all about to go on his page and stalk him. I know it. Because I told y'all he got dreads, he light skin. I told y'all. I know it. Some of y'all
light skinned people we just got back. We just got back in style. Please don't make us lose our style.
Listen,
back then we could get loans off of our light skin fashion. Now we had to go fall in 2008. But we're making our way back. Everybody likes a redemption story.
That is true.
All right.
That is true. Everybody likes their redemption story.
Look at Jesus.
Y'all better not go to his. Do not go to his Instagram. Do not go to his page unless you are
LeonCeLeazard. Instagram, YouTube.
You okay? When they start stalking,
No.
Y'all better not go stalk his page, because y'all now I done told y'all about this man. Y'all about to say, well, he's single now. I better not see y'all in this man's DMs talking about, can I get a photo shoot? No, okay. Talking about engagements, do you feel like it is okay for a woman to propose to a man?
No, I don't think it's okay.
Okay.
The reason
is coming from a man now.
The reason why I don't think it's okay is because I feel like a man should love a woman more than a woman loves him, or should show it. She may love him more, but he should show it more than she should show it. That means she should reserve herself, because it's mostly men who mess up, right? Now, let's say 9 out of 10 times on statistics, men is the one who always mess up. So if a man is more in love with a woman, then he's more likely to do the right thing, right? To make sure that she's happy. And then, sayings come from truth, right? So there's a saying that says, happy wife, happy life. So if she's happy, if he's making her happy, then obviously it's natural that she's going to make him happy. Because the only reason why I feel like any woman steps out of a relationship or steps out, period, is because they are looking to be happy, because they're unhappy in the situation that they're in. So if they're unhappy in the situation that they're in, they're going to step out. But if you make her happy, she's not going to step out. Men, on the other hand, unfortunately, we tend to step out whether the person's making us happy or not. Mm-hmm. Whether she's doing everything right, we still step out, because to us, it's not that we're not happy. It's just that we feel like we need to conquer.
Stroke your egos.
We need to conquer
the world.
So we tend to do that. However, it's nothing to us, because we know where where our feelings are.
That's what I was just about to ask. So, like, for a man, if he steps out on a woman, it's just physical to them.
Yes.
So, is that why men get so butthurt about a woman stepping out on him? Because women, I feel like women, when we step out emotionally before we ever step out physically.
And I would agree, because think about it. In a normal situation, a man meets a woman. He has to work really hard to get into her feelings in order to get into her. Right? In order to have to be intimate with her. Right? So for her to step out, in his mind, the other dude
got into her feelings,
traveled all the way in, and then was able to be intimate with her.
So that means that there's a space that you allowed for another man to come in to be able to get into her feelings. Because ultimately, if a woman has stepped out on a man, like I said, she's already stepped out mentally before she will ever step out physically. So which is why a lot of times you'll see women stay for so long where the physical attraction is no longer there, but they're still there because they're not fed up. But once a woman is fed up, she's never going to look back. Why? Because women, once their emotions are out of it, then they're out of it. But I feel like for a man, when a man steps out, whether he still got feelings for you or not, he still might love you and love you with everything in him and still step out.
It's more like, okay, you eat at McDonald's all the time. Big Mac, number one. Let me get a big number one. Let me get a number one. And then you drive on one day and you're on your way to McDonald's, and then Chick-fil-A is like, hey, 2 for $1.
Listen, Chick-fil-A can get it.
You know what I'm saying? So
can get it.
Chick-fil-A standing outside like, hey, we got 2 for $1. Meaning, I don't need you to wife me. I don't need you, but you can have a nice chicken sandwich.
Sandwich, and it still tastes like a burger.
Right, and it's like I can get a chicken sandwich without putting in the work that I had to pull in for this Big Mac, and I can just have it and then keep going and keep on with my time. I don't have to stay in. You know, I don't have to go in.
So inevitably, it's kind of like no matter what a woman does, there are going to be men who just cheat. Period.
Correct. Unless, like I said,
because there's always women who are willing to just give it up without a fight.
It's not giving up without a fight, but people are going to go after what they want. And if you want something, you're going to go after it. No matter if it's a career or if it's a person. If you want it, you're going to put in the work. So I think nowadays, women are more okay with not really having the man put in the work.
So you think that women have become too easy on men?
I think women have become too men-like.
Ooh. Let's talk about it, okay?
I think I like to say it's the music.
What's out in the world now, music-wise? Okay.
I feel like women artists are really, and it's good. They want their fellow women to be independent. They want them to, you know, you ain't got to do this. You ain't got to be a traditional housewife. You don't have to, which is fine. You don't, you know. However, it's different because women are more in tune with their feelings than men are. So what happens is that women, they start doing this stuff, and then, you know, they start being more aggressive, and it's easy. Like I always say this: a woman can sleep with a man faster than any man can sleep with any woman.
Explain.
Hear me out.
I haven't even said anything yet. You already know he about to say something foul.
No, I'm not. Any woman can go up to mostly any single man, or man that appear to be single, can go to any single man and say, yo, what's up? Let me da-da-da-da-da. And I would say 8 out of 10 times, if the man isn't scared because of how aggressive she is, he's going to give it up.
Okay.
A man could go to any woman and do the same thing, and 9 out of 10 times, the woman's going to say, well, I would say probably 19 out of 20 times, the woman's going to say, boy, you better back up off of me.
This is true.
So I feel like it's easier for a woman to find a man to sleep with. Do you believe that women should always stroke their man's ego?
Always, definitely no.
What?
I do think that the man's ego needs to be stroked every now and then. You know, you do need to like acknowledge who he is. You're a king. I appreciate you. I thank you. Blah, blah, blah. But I feel like a lot of times men are babies. Like
what?
Y'all, like, I feel like sometimes a man will act a certain way because his ego is not being stroked, and like sometimes we as women be like, yo, like, get out of yourself. Like, this is not always about you. This is not always about your ego. I do agree that a man does, like, you do need to tell your man that you appreciate him, that you you know, love him, that you're thankful for him, words of affirmations type of situation. But ain't nobody gonna sit here and baby you and tell you all day long how good you are in bed, or how amazing you are, you know, like how good you look all the time. Like, especially if he's not stroking my ego. especially, and I feel like a lot of times men miss that part. We will tell you all the time, oh my God, you look so good. Oh, you look nice. Oh, da, 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 da. And they'll miss the compliment.
Well, let me explain something to you.
Explain.
Women should always stroke their man's ego. Yes. Because first of all, back to this the compliment thing. Men compliments are genuine. I feel like sometimes women
So are women.
No. Women's compliments sometimes just a compliment, right?
Genuine.
No. They're like, oh, that's a nice shirt. And the next you know, they'll buy you another shirt, and then you can't find that shirt that they said was nice no more. Right? Right? So what happens is we'll end up wearing or dressing how they want us to dress. So this is why they always compliment us, right? But men, let's say they like it when you wear your hair out, nice, natural and puffy, right? That's what they like. And they'll compliment you. Oh, babe, you looking good. Oh, yeah, looking like my Afrocentric beauty queen, whatever. And you say I don't give compliments. So.
Thank you.
However, you give that compliment. Oh snap, you look good. Damn, babe. Right? And the next, a week later, even though after they got complimented for having their natural beauty, they want to come with all this extra stuff that they didn't have last week. And
because at the end of the day, no, because what happens is you'll tell us that you want our natural beauty and then turn around and cheat on us with somebody that got bundles.
We're not talking about that though.
Yeah, but that's how it is. That's exactly how it is.
No,
it's not off subject.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
How
if you tell me, I can't tell you.
So you're saying a man has never cheated with a natural woman?
I have not. I'm not saying that, but
because
I'm saying
though. Spanish, white,
especially Spanish, especially white. Why? Because they love homegirl with the long hair that they can pull. They love homegirl with the bundles. Why? Because when I wear my natural hair out, you look at me and you're like, it don't look tamed. It don't look together. You don't find, especially black men, they don't find black women's hair to be attractive. I remember I was dating this guy and he told me I looked like Florida Evans when I had my natural hair out. He told me I look like Florida Evans. Okay? How am I supposed to feel adequate? How am I supposed to feel loved?
Florida Evans was an amazing woman.
Right. Because she reminds you of your mama.
What's wrong with that?
You want to date your moms?
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with somebody who
comment down in the comment section if you're team kicking it, team kicking it, or #unbiased. Okay, because I know I won in this category.
What's wrong with dating someone that reminds you of your mama?
No,
someone who
y'all don't want somebody that reminds. No, you don't want somebody that reminds you of your mom.
Who cleans for you, who takes care of you, who
your
has
mom does that.
Unconditional love for you.
Your mom does that.
But you would want that from your wife too, because you would want that. You want your kids to experience that.
Yeah,
too.
but I'm not about to stroke your ego so much that I act like your mom. Like your mom thinks that you are God's gift to the earth. They are. Especially Haitian mothers. Haitian mothers, let me tell you something.
Listen, when you have a child, you're gonna think the same. You're gonna do the same thing.
Absolutely, but Haitian mothers, especially Haitian mothers, they think that their sons were made for them. They think that their son is their husband.
That's right.
That's right. No, they think that they were made for them. So a lot of times us women, when we come into a relationship with their sons, we have a very hard time being with their sons because mom feels like she is the one that was made for you and there is nobody that will be good enough for her son. I'm not about to sit here and stroke your ego like your mom.
You only get one mother.
Okay, so go be with your mom. You call me to be your helpmate, not your mom. And I'm not going to sit here and be petting you like your mom was. Your mom would always, no matter what you do, she's going to love you the way that you love you.
And that's what unconditional love is.
Absolutely. But there are some things that you just can't. There's some things that we can't deal with.
A spouse should support their spouse.
Absolutely.
In everything. It definitely should be both sides. I'm not saying that the man should not be like, yo, baby, you look beautiful, or baby, you're the greatest. You can do whatever you put your mind to. A man should be like that. However, a woman should definitely make the man feel good.
But most of the time, we have to do that more than you guys ever put in the effort to do.
We gotta propose, don't we?
So
Okay then.
that's one event in the life.
That's not just one event.
I definitely appreciate Leo being here. I thank you for stopping by, kicking it with us.
No problem. Team
y'all-
Unbiased. Comment down below, Team Unbiased. Make sure you follow me at Leonce Lazard, LeonceLeazard. Please follow, subscribe, like, comment, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter.
Do you even use your Twitter?
Huh?
Do you even use your Twitter?
I don't use it, but they can still follow me. There are people who only use Twitter. There's people out there who only use Twitter. I gotta be available upon all platforms.
Whatever. You follow him. I'll put his social media handles, all of them, down in the description box. Y'all make sure to go follow him, to go, book, because we like a follow, but we want a book, okay? So go book him. He's an amazing photographer. Thank you guys so much once again for stopping by. Until next time, thanks for kicking it with Ty.